Jim Miller and Drew Dober in the UFC lightweight division, just out of left field, out of nowhere. We got a banger fight right here. Drew Dober doesn't necessarily put any words to the Twitter post, but he does just post a picture in black and white of Dana White with a very, very happy smile. We got Drew Dober with a smile and Jim Miller with a straight face, facing off against each other in the UFC lightweight division. And I'm going to be honest, it actually makes sense. It legitimately makes some good sense for Drew Dober and Jim Miller to fight next in the UFC's lightweight division. Is not necessarily a horrible fight to make. It actually makes sense both ranking-wise and where they're both at in their careers, with Drew Dober coming off a loss in his last fight and, Jim Miller getting a lot of solid wins recently. So I actually really like the sound of this. I really do like the sound of it. I do believe, I'll give you guys my early prediction really quick. I think Drew Dober does go out there and get the TKO, but I think Jim Miller will have his moments here. Jim Miller will have his moments, might land a few good shots. But I think eventually, round 2, round 3, I think Drew Dober is going to eventually catch him on the feet and TKO him in those later rounds. But Drew Dober right now is at number 15 in the lightweight division, beating Alexander Hernandez, Terrence McKinney, Rafael Alves, and Bobby Green. Did lose to Islam, the champ, Brad Riddell, as well as Matt Frevola. He needs to step back in competition. The only guys I could really think of would be maybe Drakkar Klose, if they wanted to do that fight. Some people are saying Paddy the Baddy, but I don't think so. I highly doubt that. But it's either that or you give him Jim Miller. I mean, Jim Miller did lose a decision to Alexander Hernandez, but look who he beat before that. Eric Gonzalez, TKO. Nicholas Mota, TKO. Donald Cerrone with the submission, and Jesse Butler with the TKO. Jim Miller is still game in this UFC lightweight division. That would not be my first pick for a fight with Drew Dober. I'd probably say Rafa Garcia first. Before that, I'd say maybe a rematch with Brad Riddell. I'd say maybe a rematch with Terrence McKinney would be really fun. Maybe a Nasrat Haqparast fight could be a very fun one. Or a Drakkar Klose fight could also be really fun. But if Jim Miller's down, we haven't heard anything yet because his tweet just got announced not too long ago. But if Jim Miller is down, I wouldn't mind it. I would not mind it. Jim Miller, Drew Dober in the lightweight division. Who do you guys have winning and why? Predictions down below.